Hello, everybody, and welcome to session number 17 here in the Athenaeum Tabletop campaign. So, as you can see, we are here with all of our wonderful cast of characters, plus a new guest. Hi, Kiwi.
Hi.
Well, let's right to it then. So, before we start, I would like to have the warm-up question. So, for today's warm-up question, let's take ourselves back to our early childhoods. Now, this might be a little bit challenging for some of you, but hypothetically, if you were a child who enjoyed watching childhood shows back in the day, what hypothetical childhood show would you be the most interested in watching as a kid?
So I think Sam, especially given the time frame, I think he would be very interested in westerns, where there is clear good and bad. For me, growing up, it was like Bonanza and things like that, where the good guys all were working together and the bad guys would come to town and they had to thwart them. And yeah, something like that. I think Sam would really dig that.
How about like Howdy Doody, or what was that? Woody's Ranch? Woody's Rodeo?
Yes, Woody's Ranch.
Woody's Ranch.
I think that I would really have enjoyed watching like children's anime, like slice of life anime, like Pokemon, Digimon. Probably would have enjoyed watching Sailor Moon. Probably would have enjoyed like a lot of those kinds of shows.
A show I used to enjoy as a child that I'm pretty sure Star would like too. It's called Maya the Bee. And I used to eat that show up on Nickelodeon. That was my jam. So yes to all of that. And the gummy bears. You know, when they drink their juice and they start bouncing around. Yes to all of it.
For Tori, it would probably be something along the lines of Are You Afraid of the Dark? Or like Goosebumps, like, you know, scary shows, Courage the Cowardly Dog, like those type of cartoons.
So I think Frankie would watch the Smurfs.
Awesome.
Of course. They're all blue. And they're all like these young, funny, go-lucky like Smurfs, and they're all being attacked by, you know, Gargamel and his cat. So yeah, I would say the Smurfs.
Yeah, like I imagine for him it would be more like either artsy shows or like nature documentaries, like Steve Irwin. He totally would have watched like Crocodile Hunter.
What was the adventurers who went to the different area? There was a cartoon where...
I know what you're talking about. I just can't remember what it's
Is
called.
that like Zoboomafoo or something like that?
Something like that?
Something, but yeah, they would go and explore different areas and talk about it.
Well, like I guess if any like children's shows he would watch again, because it's kind of history rated, would be like Liberty Kids.
Yeah.
If you guys remember that one.
Yeah.
Although he would also sit there and like go look it up later and like, this isn't accurate. So he's more like the type to correct children's shows.
B would probably watch something like the Care Bears.
Oh, yes.
Good watching, soft and cute.
So, let me ask you this. Would B prefer the Care Bears original or the Care Bear cousins?
Wait, there was another Care Bear?
The Care Bear cousins were a bunch of... They were like Care Bears, but they were different animals. Like, there was an elephant, there was a monkey, there was a lion, Braveheart? Lionheart?
Lion, the lion.
Yeah, I think she might like the cousins a lot, because they're a more diverse group.
True. Which of the original Care Bears is B's favorite? I think one of the more favorite ones lately is Grumpy Bear.
Oh.
But there's also, of course, Tenderheart, the leader. There's... I think mine would be the green one with the shamrock on his... Or the four-leaf clover on his belly. Lucky Bear or something? Good Luck Bear?
That's cute.
I think he's literally Shamrock Bear.
He's Irish, so of course Hark would like that one.
Only there was a ginger one.
True.
I think she'd like the polite panda.
I think from the cousins, my personal favorite was the penguin. Only because I like penguins. Let's go start. And since my hand is getting really tired, I'm going to switch for a moment. It's really tired. I don't know how the puppeteers did it. But, so all of you find yourself in this strange and curious land. It looks very inviting. It looks very non-threatening. And the way I had described it is, parts of it looks real, parts of it looks like they've been drawn on by crayon. Very much like a children's book. And in terms of what everyone looks like, mad kudos to both Micah and to Kiwi for creating the new cast of V's World.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Oh my god, Star is so cute. Star's so cute. I'm dying.
When I saw Kiwi's version of Star, I said, I am not touching this. This is perfect.
So cute. So cute.
Yes, yes.
Let's start with how everybody's reacting to everybody's new changes, new appearances.
I mean, we're professionals by now, so like,
Just look around.
I think the biggest one is that Lonic almost looks kind of like one of Tori's normal dolls. It's with the button eyes in particular. It's kind of creepy, but in a great way.
Lonic is basically doing his best animal impression from the Muppets right now, just banging on stuff at random.
we like plushy type. We feel very squishy and soft.
Yeah, you'll feel very squishy and soft, like a stuffed animal.
I'm just poking at myself.
Is Tori still corporeal?
That's a good question. What do you all think? I'm open to what? I'm open. What do you all think?
I think yes.
Yeah,
Corporeal?
yes, corporeal. Okay, corporeal.
All right.
And I love how Tori has she's a Muppet with a Muppet. It's very Inception.
Yeah.
So good.
I feel like it's
So
Tori
awesome.
Jr., but in puppet form. So she's just mouthing the words.
Now I need to
As
see
she
an actual sock puppet of Tori Jr.
I can,
Right.
if you allow me a second, I can grab a sock.
Oh my god, please.
Yes.
Do so.
Yes. Oh
Give
my
me
god.
Give me 1 minute. I'll be back.
Do it.
Okay.
I'm here for it.
Same. And just so you guys know, Tori and Star are Kiwi's original creations. And like I said, I love them so much. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to follow his lead and try to create to the best of my abilities. Now, mind you, everyone's design is based on what Kiwi told me. So I did my best to follow his lead. So I had fun putting them together.
Yeah, they look great. They look really good. All of them.
Yay!
Frankie with the flower in his behind his ear is so cute.
Oh, it's so good. Big eyes.
He looks
Yeah.
so shy.
Yeah, the original idea, because I wasn't caught up yet, obviously, the original idea was that Frankie was going to be sewn with the red string of fate, which is it's more of a romantic, like, soulmate kind of things, like, it would have been, so we decided to include it with
That's
the-
cute. I see it in the
the string on his
finger.
pinky.
In this, yeah.
I have an out of character question about this world. Like, if people were to try to curse, I don't know, because it's like a children's place. Like, is there like a filter, or if they try to curse,
Okay,
like good
so-
place?
So that's a good question. So one of the rules about cursing or using language that would not necessarily be appropriate in a children's show is it isn't censored with a beep, because that's obviously it makes it really obvious that was a curse word in a children's show. So instead, I would go by the the good place rules, which is where you never actually, you mean to say the word, but instead of saying it, you're like, oh fudge, Or, oh, fiddlesticks. Like,
So, like,
It's like the Orbit Gum commercial. I'm
So-
dying. I love it.
Tori is gonna react to like the world, and then the sock puppet and be like, "What the fork?"
Yes,
oh, what the fork?
yes,
Exactly.
I
Yes, what the
live for
fork.
this. Who you gonna go to queen?
Sue is kind of looking around at everyone, and she says, "Wow, of all of the different transformations and different worlds, I think this one is the most unique one. Don't you think?"
I can't do that with the ears.
Hey, our animal.
Star's gonna be like, I'm so fudging soft. This is amazing. And look at my wings. And his wings are flapping and he's so happy. And he's like, oh my goodness, look at all of us. We look amazing. I think we found a new way to walk. And then he starts like bopping to the side and says, I got a new way to walk. Walk, walk. I got a new way to walk. Walk, walk. I got a new way to walk. And my spirit's singing high. So Zara's like literally having his own musical and animals are joining. It's a whole thing.
Everything is so peculiar. Can you say peculiar, boys and girls? Good job!
Who are you talking to?
I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. I would like for everybody to make a perception roll, please.
With these big eyes, do we get like a bonus?
I would say, yeah, actually. With those big
Beady
eyes,
eyes.
very observant. Everyone's very curious and observant, so I would say
it. I support
anything that has to do with
Funny.
perception
Um,
can get a +2 bonus while in this world. I think it's a great roll.
I'm
+2
in-
bonus.
Oh my god, I
Well,
love
I need to know, is it seeing or hearing here?
It's more seeing visually. It's more seeing visually. Yeah.
Need to make sure.
We got big ears too.
it. Yes.
Well, here's another out-of-character question. Am I still deaf in this world?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. Good to know.
Yes, you are. But there's still subtitles here, just like there would be. There'll just be automatic subtitles, like they would normally be with a children's show of
Closed captions.
closed captions.
Looking up
There
and
we go.
reading the words.
Right.
Yeah, because it's a children's book too, right? So
Right, it is a
it's
children's
all-
book, so there
it's all-
definitely would be words.
big words.
Cool. So it looks like most people succeeded. So everyone who succeeded, you notice something a little interesting. So if you were to look downwards, you would not necessarily find feet underneath you. You actually see people underneath you, which is really odd. And the thing is that they are sort of manipulating things from underneath that's causing your limbs to like move. And the people underneath you look very, I've never seen them before. So just for all intents and purposes, you are all each being controlled by a character that looks like your real life selves. So Tori's character looks like Emily, and Frankie's character looks like Alex, etc., etc., etc. Star might be like, "Oh wow, who's that really handsome person like down there?"
It's got muscles? I'm just kidding. No.
It's like, hey, boo boo, what your name is?
Hi. Sue's looking like downwards. Hello.
Hello?
I don't think they can see me
Are
or
you
hear me.
Or they just don't care.
Who doesn't care? Because caring is important when you need to care just a bit, just a bit.
Just
Or-
a bit.
Why is this like Stars World all over again?
I
Why-
was thinking the same thing.
I mean, I'm lucky this time I can't hear it.
Well, why didn't we go back to the library?
That's a good question.
I think that's why I never should have taken you guys to my world.
We need to go. Sorry.
Are we still in your world? Is this another video game?
I don't know. This doesn't seem like any video game I've played. Oh no, are we stuck in an edutainment game?
Maybe the glitch is just spreading into everything we're doing. It's part of us now.
Alonic is going to... Is there any kind of, like... Cats. Is there any props?
Cat.
Are there any, like, props on the stage with us?
He heard you.
Sure. So, in their immediate surroundings, I'll ask Kiwi. In their immediate surroundings, what would you say is there? Are they in front of like a store or a shop, or heck, it could even be a library? Maybe they're in front of a library. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I would think they would be relatively close to a park, so it's lots of greenery. There are like very colorful lanterns, and banners on the trees. Some of them almost look like the leaves are painted on. Kind of looks like a backdrop. It's a pretty interesting area. The streets are colorful cobblestones.
Okay, I don't know if you guys ever grew up on or played any of the Living Book or Humongous Entertainment games way back in the day. But when you're playing an edutainment game of that era, there's something that's always true, and that's if you touch objects in the background, things happen.
Tree!
So Lana's little puppet is just kind of walking around to the props and tapping them to see if things come out.
Okay, so what object? Pick an object. What object would you touch first? Would you tap first?
Fern made out of cardboard.
Okay, yeah. I think you would go over and touch a tree, and similar to how in one of those little children's like toys or storybooks, like electronic storybooks, where you would press something and it would go tree, 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 and then if you were to tap like a lantern, it would go lantern, lantern.
Lonica is going to approach and tap Tori on the head just to see if it get it.
Stop that.
Yeah, nothing would happen if you tapped Tori.
Aw, I was hoping you'd say Tori.
Maybe it's because we're not part of this world originally. But if we were, maybe something like Lonic, but you're not part of the world.
Wait,
We definitely don't belong here.
Is everybody here?
Right?
Seems like it. Let's look around and look for clues.
Lonnie just running around with the arms flapping like Kermit.
We can see from the picture that Sam has a big, giant, like, magnifying glass. So maybe by default, he's just like looking around. Maybe Sam might start, like, inadvertently playing a game of, like, I Spy. Like, I spy with my little eye something red, or something along those lines.
Oh, it's going do 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 and P.I.
Oh,
Sam do 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 do. And starts actually singing it while he's going around looking.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm imagining this enormous, like, magnifying lens just pop out of his pocket.
As you are looking around this little town, village, city, what have you, you then eventually start hearing the music shift a little bit, and you start hearing the voices of little children singing this theme song, the Poppy Seed or Bees World. It's Bees World, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Bees World? The Bees World theme song.
Star would recognize that, I imagine.
Which
Yes.
Star would recognize almost immediately. And as the song progresses, this is when B makes their entrance. I will let Kiwi set this up. Kiwi set up B's entrance scene.
Yeah, B's essentially like
Skipping.
skipping, yeah, coming along, and the music's following her. It's like that's just like she's coming in, and she's waving at everyone, just saying hi at all her friends.
Yeah, we'll say like all of these different characters, these different Muppets, are like opening windows, or maybe they're like opening their front doors and like sweeping, their front porch or whatever. And as B's passing by, they're saying hello and hi and say, "Hi, B." Very, sweet and happy. And eventually the song will reach its end, and that's when he runs into this motley crew.
Hi everyone, welcome to Bee's World!
Star is vibrating with excitement. It's me! It's
And
me!
yeah, B's going
you
to
know
look.
Bee?
Know this one?
I do! She's one of my favorite children's shows!
B is going to look at Star and
Star! I'd recognize those wings anywhere!
Oh, it's so good to see you! How have you been? How is everything? How's the cat?
Everyone's just been peachy! I never thought you'd come and visit again!
No, after our sing-along, how could I not come back to your world? Honestly, this time I didn't really mean to, but I'm here, and that's what matters!
Who are your friends?
Oh, these wonderful people. This one right here with the Muppet. This is Tori. She rhymes with story. This is Sam. He's a PI. That's this guy. This blue one here is Sweet Frankie. That's why he has a flower. The one right here flipping the coin. That's the sweet pirate and the incredible BP. And this sock puppet? Well, it's Lonic. Rhymes with Sonic.
I'm here too.
Well, welcome! I haven't had new visitors in so long! Where did you come from?
We came from a land called... I never heard anybody say it, but I saw it written. The Deuce? I believe that was the last world we were in.
I think you mean Thetis.
Sorry, I'm not that good at reading English.
Could have been another language, I don't know.
Where exactly are we?
Well,
You called this B's world?
this is my world, yes?
You own the whole thing?
Are you like the president or something?
Or are you also a god like the ones from the last world?
That's a good point. Could be God.
Yeah, are you a god?
The Muppet Lonic just starts bowing.
Well, this is my series, so...
Or are those
Okay,
people
they're
down there the
gods.
gods?
Oh.
Do you see that too?
Who are those people down below?
Do you know who those people are?
They're friends!
Yeah, I mean, when you have your hand down there, like, you're gonna be very close.
and one thing to notice is that B actually has feet compared to you guys.
Lonic rolled very badly for that perception, so he's still not aware of Adam. And so he's just like cocking his head at Frankie. Friend?
Everyone's a friend.
I like friends. Friends are nice.
Tori, this is almost as creepy as your world.
No, this is scarier than my world.
I think you're right. This is very creepy.
I think it's colorful. Say, B, you know Star, and Star, you know B. Is there something that you need help with?
Well, I usually go around and helping my friends in a day. So
Oh,
I
good.
can help you help me help others.
Does anybody ever help you?
All the time. That's what friends are for.
I'm learning about that. Where I came from, I didn't used to have any friends. Now I have all of these friends.
That's great!
It's going to be at this moment that one of the doors to one of the apartment-looking buildings opens up, and there's this really, it's to your surprise maybe, this human being comes out, the first human being that you've seen in this entire world, and he seems to be a very sweet-looking middle-aged man with very comfortable clothing, and he, comes out of the apartment door, sees Bee, and immediately says, "Oh, good morning, Bee. How are you today?"
I'm good. Good morning, Mr. Miyagers.
What do you have planned to do today, Bee?
Well, I was going to help my friends today.
Oh, hello. Welcome to Poppy Street. My name is Mr. Miyagers.
Hi.
Hi.
It's so great to see new neighbors around here in the neighborhood.
Very true.
Well, we're just
neighbors.
passing through.
Oh? He says, "Where are you headed?"
To the library.
Oh, I love going to the library. There's so many wonderful books and so many wonderful stories to read and share with other people.
It's true. It reminds me of a song. You know, there was this show called, was it Reading Tarot? Reading Scarrow? Reading Marrow? But it kind of goes like this. Stars singing high, salmon black and white, and take a look, it's in their book, Athenaeum Book Club. Black Powder was a bad guy. Take a look, it's in his book, Athenaeum Book Club. Tori is spooky. Just take a look, it's in her book, Athenaeum Book Club. Don't you remember that show? Isn't it wonderful? Why are you looking at me like I'm crazy?
Never watched that show.
Really?
Really
I haven't seen that one yet.
I've seen that show before, Mr. Miyagi says. It's one of my favorites.
Someone who knows.
That's a really great song. You're a very talented singer.
I do my best.
Of course, growing up, Star always used to tell me he wanted to sing.
So
I did.
are you all like from the same world? Even though this is Bee's world, is it like Bee's world is cousin to Star's world?
Well, I tried to remember all of my readers.
Yes.
So, is this a
Sorry,
world
like-
within a world?
Well, to make sense of it, B was a book I used to read growing up. She taught me A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. You know, those things.
And as soon as you say that, Mr. Miyagi says, "Do you hear that, boys and girls? It's alphabet time." All right, here's the rules out of character for alphabet time. I don't know if any of you have ever played improv games or seen people play improv games like they do in Whose Line Is It Anyway? But regardless, there is this improv game that a lot of the theater kids would play called the alphabet game. The way the alphabet game works is that every time somebody says something, they always have to start with the next letter of the alphabet. For example, if you started a scene or a conversation, you could say something like, "Apples are great," because that's set to start with an A. And then the next person would say, "Barney, do you have an apple that I could have?" And then that's B. And then C would be, "Can you give me something for it?" And then keep going the conversation. So starting now, the next person who says something has to start with the letter A, and whoever says something next has to start with the letter B, and so on and so forth until we get to the letter Z, and then the game stops. So, unpause.
At least this world seems pretty safe.
But we don't belong here.
Can we find a way to the library?
Do you know the way, B?
Everyone, come with me!
Follow me.
Frankie, you first.
Oh, I like that. Frankie, go. Frankie, you go first. Go. Goodbye, Mr. Miyagi says.
Yeah, and B is going to lead them towards the library.
How do we keep ending up in places like this?
I don't know.
Just enjoy the scenery.
Keep on rhyming with the beat.
Look, we're getting closer to the library.
Many wonders await for us there, I'm sure.
No.
Oh my!
Please let this road be short.
What's cute?
Question. Once we get to the library, what exactly are we going to do?
Research.
So, research about what exactly?
Too obvious, Sam. Research.
Under the current circumstances, I'd say probably a bookmark.
Very good, Black Powder.
Why are we talking like this exactly?
Xylophone was spicing it up.
I was wondering, like, this is the letter that's going to
You did not just say that.
Zebra crossing. Watch out. That's what they call in England.
Okay, at that point, you do see a stampede of Muppet zebras. A stampede of Muppet zebras, like, passing by. And as they're passing by, you'll hear a...
Corey's like counting the zebras.
Yeah.
Six zebras.
Congrats,
Yay.
everyone!
I feel like we were all just back in Black Powder's world for a minute there.
It was very hard to communicate.
You'll notice that that the library is up ahead, but the street that you happen to be on right now has a lot of litter on the ground, like plastic bottles and soda cans and things, so this definitely does... The place that you were at before was really clean and pristine, but this area is a little, it looks like it hasn't been kept up as well as it could have been.
Now who keeps leaving all of this on the ground?
Oh, I don't know. It just seems like this is not great for the Earth. Remember, boys and girls, you must always clean up after yourselves. Leave it better than you found it. Who do I keep talking to?
Also,
The
that made
readers.
no sense. How do you leave something better than you found it if it's natural?
Well, there's a recycling can over there.
Hey everyone, this is a way we can help.
Was
All
this
right,
it?
grab some litter and let's put it in the bin.
Already ahead of you, Sam. Can Lonic use his super speed?
Oh, sure. I'm pretty sure he could. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
So
he could.
just pick up a thing. Bin.
Well, okay, so you're using your super speed to start, like, putting things into the recycling bins. And you'll then hear a voice from the largest recycling bin
Yes.
say, "Hey, make sure you separate the plastic from the paper!"
Someone's being grouchy.
Oh, that's Otis. He's definitely grumpy.
Star's gonna go over to the bin. Hello, and he's be shaking it, but with excitement.
Star knows who this is. This is Otis the Grump. And Otis the Grump lives inside of a recycling bin. So out pops up this Muppet. And as soon as he pops out of the recycling bin, a cat also jumps out as well and runs off. then Sue goes, huh?
Oh no.
Achoo! And then she transforms, and then all of a sudden, it's one of those things where, like, the Muppet quickly goes down and then goes back up again. and then she is a totally different Muppet. This time looking like a Muppet with a bunch of little cards, colorful cards in their hands, Uno-looking cards in their hands. And he looks at himself and says, wow, that's new.
That's a fun trick.
Otis is just kind of like shaking in his head and says, people these days, they don't recycle, they don't reuse. What's the matter with you people?
Looting and polluting. It's not the way.
There is no word for what is wrong with me.
Oh, sweetheart.
So, Star, V then says, do you want to introduce us to your other friend?
Otis, but he's like shaking with, vibrating with excitement. This is Otis the Grump. He's all about recycling, and he gets very grouchy when he doesn't. Remember, boys and girls, always clean up after yourself.
Otis the Grump says, hey, get off me. I have no idea who you are. We ain't friends.
You don't remember me?
He looks at you up and down, and he says, should I?
You should. Remember? I read your stories all the time. We did a musical sing-along.
Oh, right, You're the one that keeps breaking out into songs randomly all the time.
It's true.
I like this guy.
Me too.
I was going to say this is Black Powder's friend.
Oh my god.
Well, if you want to be a friend, then, he says, keep those plastic bottles out of the paper bin.
Gotcha.
Let's help cleaning up.
Is there a plastic bottle bin?
Yeah, right over there, where it says plastic.
Oh, well, let's assume you get to teach them how to read. It's P. Plastic is P. Paper is also P. Well, that's confusing.
You know how much work it is trying to teach all the boys and girls to recycle? You want me to teach them to read on top of that?
Well,
It's not so hard.
It is if they both start with P. Then so what do you do? It's like P.
Hey,
Plastic.
You can look at the symbols.
Oh.
This
Oh,
one
yeah.
has a bottle on it.
Can open it and look at what else is inside of it. If it's full of paper, you know it's paper. If it's full of plastic, you know it's plastic.
See? Listen to your smart one. I'm assuming that one's your smart friend.
Oh, you can color code it too. One could be blue.
That's just like you, Frankie.
the Lonic puppet's gonna run over and grab the Sam puppet and just move it closer to the Grump and just be like, this is our other smart one.
Otis the Grump is gonna look at you and says, oh, so you're another smart one.
Well, I think everybody is a smart one. We use different ways to show it.
Yeah? So how do you show it then?
Oh, I look at how I can help by looking for details and trying to put the puzzle pieces together.
Puzzles are fun.
Yeah, I'm probably going to say that suddenly the scene underneath you starts to shift a little bit, and the plastic bottles and soda cans and random garbage, they turn into like puzzle pieces now.
I'm just gonna look at Sam. I blame you for this.
Come on, it's easy. When you take all of one and put it in this green, and then all the other, put it in the blue. You can do it too.
Actually, Veed goes, another gaming tip. It also helps to try to find sides in the corners.
And Star will come up to Sam and say, does this piece fit?
Good job, Star. That fits perfectly. Let's put it in the green.
Yay! He like puts it down in there.
looking for all the blue ones. All the blue ones.
Frankie, you can check all the blue and make sure they match.
I found a furry piece. It's just the cat from earlier that made Sue sneeze.
Yes. Otis the Grump kinda looks at all of this and he goes, "Recycling isn't about fun and organizing, it's about hard work. Why are you all so happy?"
Hard work can be fun too, you know, Otis?
Hard work isn't supposed to be fun. That's why it's called work, not fun.
Well, hard work can be hard, but if you love what you do, work can also too be fun.
And don't forget the lesson that we learned from my world. Fun can be hard work.
And dangerous, but that's neither here nor there.
And if you work hard, it gives more time to have fun.
Working induces endorphins, which make you happy, make you fun.
What's endorphins?
It's like chemicals. I don't know. You have to ask Victor. He knows all about this stuff. I don't know, Sam. You might know that. I don't know.
Oh, it's a part of your body. Like your nose.
V is going to bring down. Suddenly she has a lab coat. Like she's going to bring down like.
Gee, B, Veed says, I just heard about endorphins and chemicals. What are those?
Endorphins are something that comes from your brain. It makes you happy.
She's going to point like at like her brain with a little smile on it.
Really? Makes you happy? Like card games?
Yes! Card games can release endorphins.
Really? I didn't know they can release endorphins. They didn't say that in the box.
Well, that's all in your brain.
Wow. The brain is a really cool part of your body.
Yes!
I have no idea why I'm talking like this.
Wallace is staring at this conversation with wide-eyed wonder because he technically doesn't have a brain. Sort of.
We have fingers that are like...
V's just going to like bring the thing up
Just
again.
hear, I just imagine a little jingle. Science time with B.
Yes. Gee, Frankie, you sure use a lot of big words.
I use them, but I don't know how the meanings. Like I said, I just copied what Victor used to say all the time, and I don't know. Someone that's smarter than me knows all the definitions.
Well, we always learn something new.
That's why I'm stuck in a library.
At this point, I'm gonna say that you've managed to figure out the puzzle, all of the puzzle pieces, and they end up piecing together to create this beautiful mural, this beautiful colorful recycle, reuse, reduce mural that then gets magically embedded into the road, into the street, and as soon as that ends up happening, the library before you, the doors open up, inviting you into the Poppy Street Library.
Frankie goes right in as he is first.
All right. Otis pops out from the recycling bin again. You all did what you came here. Now, scram, beat it.
Hi, Otis.
Hi, Otis.
It's nice to meet you, Otis.
Good luck, fella.
Yeah. Smell you later. And then he'll drop down, and then the recycling lid will slam shut.
As we're going into the library, Black Panther is actually going to pull Sam to the back, so we're walking behind everyone. So, are you also worried about all this unintentional world hopping we're doing?
Oh, sure. But I think maybe this is us helping others clean up their own messes who didn't have a book at the beginning.
Maybe, but normally we get there from the library, and we know this world has a book in Star's world. So I'm just wondering if Lonic was actually onto something about the whole glitch thing. If something got messed up.
It's possible, but now hear me out. What if this book from Star's world is a little bit of a way for us to further help Star? What's a book from your world?
I don't know. The Bible?
Could you imagine going into the Bible?
Heavens no, do you know the horrible shirts that goes on in there? Do you know the horrible shirts that go on? Why? Bugger. Bad stuff happens in the Bible in case you haven't read it. I'm sorry, but I would rather not see Frankie and Star get stoned to death.
My thoughts are, if we have books that we enjoy, maybe we have to help out in some way, shape, or form to get back to Star's world.
Maybe. I'm just saying I think we need to be careful. This doesn't feel like the other times, and it's making me nervous.
Well, the last time didn't either, but the last bookmark didn't have the same glitches to it.
That's part of why I'm worried. I'm just saying, let's keep our heads about us, all right? Just in case.
Absolutely. I think the biggest thing that we can do is help the best we can and keep trying to move forward, because eventually we'll help enough to get back to the library so we can figure out how to get Frankie and Star and Tori all home.
I hope you're right. I'm just nervous.
Well, anytime you're nervous, just know you can always talk to a friend.
I really actually am missing the old Sam.
Aww.
Come on, let's go look.
Bloody.
You go into the library, and it's what you would expect. There's rows and rows and rows of books. There appears to be other Muppets, other humans, looking at books, and some of them are in a corner. There's like story time happening over there. And one of the things that you pass by that looks very prominent is this community bulletin board. And B, you frequent this bulletin board a lot because this is the bulletin board where your friends post things that they need help with around Poppy Street. So if you have any interest in helping any or all of these friends around Poppy Street, you have until the end of the day. You have until sundown to help as many of them as you can, if you want to.
Look, won't you have a look at the bulletin board?
Bullet? Oh no! The Lonic puppet ducks beneath the table.
No, it's a billboard where people ask for help.
Oh! Why didn't you say so?
Frankie goes over to look like.
Frankie's gonna go over to look at the bulletin board, and it's got a lot of most of them are like scraps of paper. Some of them are on like napkins, but there's different people who are looking for help for different things. For example, Gusto needs help because Gusto says that there's a monster under his bed. The gummy creature is trying to figure out who stole the gummy from the gummy can. Blarney the Dragonzor needs help with the new song. The Speller needs help with the scavenger hunt. Irma and Gertie, they're having issues with sharing. And then finally, Granny is looking for somebody who could help her cross the street.
Well, we know which one Sam wants to do.
And Tori.
Yep.
And possibly Star.
Yes.
I'll help with the monster under the bed one.
Yes. Oh my glob.
I want to go on that one too.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm tickled pink by all of this, so forgive me.
I love it. This is great. It's a great
having
change
the
of
fun
pace.
having the time of my life right now.
I love the change of pace. Love it.
Well, I think that sharing could be good for me. Because sharing is important.
Help with the song.
I think we've got time to help more than just one. Why don't we make some choices based on our age? Who's the youngest? They'll go first.
Oh, me. Maybe.
Well, how young is B?
B looks like she's thinking about it.
Well, my franchise is 30 years old now.
Wow.
Oh.
You don't look a day over 25.
Thank you.
Well, 30 is less than 33, so B would go before me. Who's younger than B?
I'm 23.
I'm somewhere in my 20s. I don't know number though.
I
Exactly.
don't really know how old is me.
See, a lot of yours is a little bit complicated because you have how long your game has existed, and then there's your age, right?
There's
Yeah, remember
like
you
your
said you were like
in-game
the
age.
oldest person in the last world.
It
So
depends on,
many lifetimes.
so I guess I'm the oldest.
Or another option is we could do it randomly, and then V pulls out his cards.
Let's do like a drawing lots situation. Whoever picks the longest or a certain card gets to choose first.
V, that's a great idea.
Really?
Oh, is this a game of chance?
I think so.
A game of chance, cause you gotta dance when you play a game of chance.
Now I know that out of character in Roll20 you can have a virtual deck of cards. Oh, here we go. So that means the highest one person who will go first is Star. Star's got the Queen of Diamonds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Veed's gonna say, "Good job, Star. Looks like you won the draw."
Yay! What do I win?
Well, you get to pick. Where do we help first?
Well, let's find the most pressing matter and help that one out. So which one was the high? So for some reason, my right eye is bothering me, so I can't really see very well on my right eye. My glasses aren't helping. So just out of character. What was the most pressing matter? Or one that would seem like the most difficult? Not difficult, but required the most work.
Well, for work, we can... Ooh, boy.
They all seem about the same.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
I was gonna say I don't know if we necessarily have to stay together to get them done.
We can all split up.
Yeah, so just take the one that you personally want to do. I think might work better.
Just make sure that if anybody finds a bookmark, we meet back together before you do the thing.
We have till the end of the day to get these done, so we'll just agree to meet back here at sundown.
We're all splitting up in V's world. This is when we die.
This is when the weed whacker guy
When we
shows
think,
up.
when we think we're the
Gremlin might
most
appear with his
safe.
character.
We're
Kill
the
us all
most
with a
safe.
ribbon.
Well, there's 6 tasks and there's 8 of us, so some of us have to pair.
No, I'll just say if Tori wants monster, I go with Tori and do the monster one.
Monster.
I think there was a song one, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Blarney the
Blarney
Dragon
the
Sword.
Dragon Sword.
Yes. I'll help with the song. Who wants to join me on a sing-along?
well, I want to find out who stole the gummy from the gummy can.
Very appropriate.
That makes sense.
Yes.
So that means we have the Speller, Irma and Gertie, and Granny.
I guess I could go help with a scavenger hunt. I'm decently good at finding lost things.
Well, if anybody knows how to walk, it's the guy who knows how to run. Maybe I should go help Granny.
And then we have sharing a video game. I mean, I like video games, so I could help. But B, what would you do?
Well, the sing-along sounds fun.
Yay! B comes with me!
Alright, so I guess we should just go to all these different places and then meet back at the library?
If one of us is sent back by sundown, then we know something bad happened.
Or, if anything starts to go wrong, be sure to yell at the top of your lungs to call for help.
Is there a number we could call if something bad happens?
A whistle. Whistle's always nice.
There is a number. If you're having a lot of trouble, and I mean, it's dangerous. Calling 911 is very important, but it has to be in very, very dangerous situations. Don't go calling 911 just because you lost your cat.
But what if my cat's in dangerous situations? I don't have a
Then-
cat.
Then you might want to ask your parent or your legal guardian for help.
What if you don't really...
What's wrong, Lonic? Veed asks. Why so down?
I have a creator and this guy without hair, but I don't really have a parent.
I got friends. If you need help, call your friends. That's the most wholesome thing you're getting out of me today, so take it.
Daughter, that's great.
This is true. Well, if I need help, I'm just gonna yell out at the top of my lungs, I need an adult!
Stranger danger.
Stranger
That's
danger!
smart.
Question, what does the 911 thing do? I don't know about that in my world.
I'm not sure why I said it.
Isn't that how you call the police?
Oh, I'm not
Yes.
calling them.
Or if you're hurt, then an ambulance can come and help you. Take you to the hospital.
Exactly.
Like Star on Wheels.
I'd rather just have Star on Wings.
Oh, that's a good point. That's much faster.
Better than modern medicine, as far as I can tell.
Okay, everybody, let's put our hands in and we say team friendship and we split up.
No.
You have to.
1, 2,
2,
3.
3.
Team
Friendship.
Close enough. Close enough, Black Powder. Close enough.
Oh my god, this is heaven.
Alright. I guess I'm gonna go. And Veed's going to take the Ermengarde flyer and then head out.
Love Ermengarde. Oh my god.
Ermengarde. Okay. So why don't we go in the order, like based on the suits, the poker suits. So that does start with Star.
Mhm.
So Star, you are going to head to Blarney the Dragonzor's like part of the town. So it's going to be just outside of town, and you're going to find that it's going to be, Blarney sort of lives in a small like castle. So there's all these kids, little boys and girls dressed up as squires, princesses, kind of fantasy based. And when you arrive, they're sort of like dancing, maybe playing some sort of Here We Go Around the Mulberry Bush type songs, and they're dancing and they're having a lot of fun. And Blarney is this part dragon, part dinosaur who's green, and we'll probably just say like he's got maybe the way that his scales are shown on his body, they're sort of in the shapes of little 4-leaf clovers, kind of. And when the kids finish their song and dance, number they just did. They started clapping and so yay, thank you, Blarney. And Blarney's gonna come up and he's gonna start giving snacks to the kids because it's snack time.
Star's gonna be like looking around saying, I remember this place. B, oh my goodness. And he's like pointing out things he remembers about the children dressed like squires and knights. I used to always want to be a princess. Come on, B, let's go help Blarney. So he's gonna grab you by your arm and like be dragging you along.
Oh, hi, B, Blarney says.
Hi.
You're just in time for snacks. I was just giving everyone some fruit cups. Would you like a fruit cup?
I would like a fruit cup. Thank you.
He'll hand you this very colorful bowl. This bowl of very colorful like fruits in it, and he's gonna look towards you and he'll say, "Hey, Star, right?
You remember me, Blarney?
Well, of course I remember you. I haven't seen you in ages, though."
I know, it's been such a long time. I used to read your books every day when I was in Bloomingdale's, but I grew up. And I share your stories with the other kids there.
Aw, shucks. That sounds so swell. How's Shepard doing?
He's doing well. He works with me now.
Really? Well, good for him. Say, what are you doing over here in this side of Poppy Street?
Well, B and I came to help you with the musical tune.
You came to answer my ad in the library?
Yes.
Kids, looks like somebody's come to save the day. Yay! The kids said. Kids, let's go meet our new friend Star. Star, why don't you tell the kids all about yourself? Or as much or as little as you'd like.
Well, kids, my name is Star because I'm going to tell you all about who we are. Star is just an acronym for Sapphire, Topaz, Amethyst, Ruby, and Rhyolite. Out of character, can Star still split in this form?
If you wanted to.
Okay, and as he says it, each one starts to appear.
So Star is going to he'll go down, and then all of a sudden, these five different Star versions appear. And if you were, just say, in your peripheral, if you were to look down, the Micah guy underneath looks very, very, stressed out. It's like, oh my gosh, I do all five. You want me to do what? We all five? So he looks very, very overwhelmed, but he's doing it.
Star will be like, he's got this. And he said, and that's who we are, and we're a musical group. And then Star will go back together, so it won't be too much stress on the guy.
A little girl, probably 2 or probably let's say 3 years old, raises up her hand, and just starts waving her hand in front of you. Ooh, 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 Mr. Star, Mr. Star.
Yes, sweetie, how can I help you?
What's a rhyolite?
A rhyolite?
She'll actually say, what's a rhyolite?
A rhyolite is a stone. It's made of a precious gem, like a diamond or a ruby.
Or gold, another boy says.
Exactly.
He says, hey, just like when we were looking for buried treasure.
Exactly. That's exactly what rhyolite is, but also a version of me.
Well, Star, we really could use your help. See, we're trying to come up with the perfect song to sing when it's time to say goodbye to all the boys and girls for the day. So, something that might be a little bit catchier than the I hug you, you hug me song that we've been singing lately.
I'd be delighted to help. So, what's everyone's names?
The boy says, my name is JJ, and the girl says, my name is Cece, which are all characters out of character from Cocomelon, because that's all my kid watches nowadays is Cocomelon. So the kids from Cocomelon is what are all the names of little kids. So
Star was like, I like your names. I'm trying to see how they could rhyme with music. and a goodbye song. Well, there's also goodbye, farewell, avidas, and goodbye. So there's that song. Yes.
One of the kids says, Mr. Star, Mommy and Daddy told me that there were notes in music, like fo, bay, si. Do you know what they're talking about?
Well, those are musical notes, so you know what letter to hit while you're singing. Out of character, I'm not a real singer, and I don't know much about music, but we're just going to play along with it. Okay. Those are notes to help you follow the tracks of the music. So when you need to go E, C, D, you know? So you know what letter you're hitting.
Like the alphabet. Oh yeah, like the speller does.
Exactly. For everyone to have a nice, proper goodbye, Star's gonna say, before we say goodbye, we always start with hello. Yes? So you could say, this morning we said hello, and now it's time for goodbye. We thank you all for playing, because our game is over now. So goodbye? Until tomorrow?
That sounds like great words, the kid says. Can we play instruments when we're singing the song?
Absolutely. What instruments do you have?
I guess one of the little boys pulls out what looks like a pot with like a wooden spoon, and he's just gonna start like tapping the pot with the spoon.
Works for me. Does anyone have a piano or guitar?
Ooh, piano, guitar. I think we have one of those over there, and I'll let you decide. Do you want they can probably have a piano or a guitar. Which one would you prefer?
Star plays the guitar, so.
All right.
Yeah.
So he'll point over at the guitar, and it's probably again one of those like children's like 5-6-year-old guitars that's like hot pink or something along those lines.
Okay. So Star will go over to the guitar and say, all right, so how we're going to do this is that we're going to start this song in C, because that's usually the normal key most people sing in. And this is C. So like he'll hit the note, and then I actually forgot my lyrics already. Star will be like, this morning we said hello. Now it's time for us to say bye, 'cause our game is over. Until tomorrow, goodbye. And he's like strumming the guitar or whatever.
And I think it'll just break out into some sort of very typical like children's song and dance number. So think mix of The Sound of Music with like a mix of Sound of Music with the Lamb Chops Play Along kind of thing, and the music, for some reason, even though you just created the song, the music naturally starts playing in the background, and the kids are laughing and smiling, and they're banging on their pots and pans, and they're shaking like maybe boxes of rice or something, like maracas, and they're having a grand old time. What is B doing during this whole number?
B probably pulled out a ukulele.
Cute. Very cute.
That's almost guitar sized for her, but
Nice. And once you're done with the song, all the kids start cheering and laughing. And they said, "Thank you, Mr. Star. It's a little sad, though, to have to say goodbye."
It's okay. Goodbye is not forever. It's just, I'll see you later. Right, B?
Right. We'll be back tomorrow.
Okay, kids. You all have to go and head on home. I'm sure that your mommies and daddies are going to be excited to see you. And the kids will then run up and start hugging Blarney, and they'll go over and hug B and Star. And as the kids are leaving the castle, Blarney says, "Well, B, Star, thanks again for your help. I'm really glad that I posted that ad on the library bulletin board.
You're very welcome.
Yes, you're welcome. And if you need our help again, just post another help sign or note.
Well, as a thank you, I'm gonna give you this sticker. And he's gonna give you like a sticker in the shape of a yellow star onto your chest.
Oh.
So I'm going like, it's perfect. Thank you. Well, B, I guess our job is done here. I guess we should go back to the library and wait for everyone else.
Let's go.
So Frankie and Tori, you're gonna end up in you're gonna find this house, and it's a very like typical single family home kind of place, and for some reason the parents don't seem to be around, but you just inadvertently discover yourself inside this child's bedroom. And this, I would say, relatively small orange Muppet / monster, or at least what I'm calling a monster in like Sesame Street terms, appears. Who are you?
We're the monster hunters.
You're the monster hunters? Oh, Gusto is so glad. Gusto is so scared because Gusto thinks there's a monster under his bed.
Is that right? Well, we're here to get rid of the monster.
Okay, well, I have to warn you. Gusto has to warn you that the monster is really hard to find. Gusto looks under the bed, but only for a little bit. But Gusto's too scared to look all the way inside because Gusto doesn't want to get pulled under the bed.
Okay. Well, we got the right people. We're very brave.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do exactly? Gusto wants to know how you're going to catch the monster under the bed.
Well, first things first, we need a flashlight to look under the bed.
Ooh.
Things are less scary when you can see in the dark.
Oh yeah, the dark is very scary because you can't see what's happening.
Yeah, do you have a flashlight we can use?
Gusto thinks there's a flashlight in the closet.
Cool. And Tori will go over to the closet and look for a flashlight.
You'll go into the closet, and the closet is full of stuff. So as soon as you open it, it just kind of, and of course you'll hear the cartoon sound effects as all of these random objects and toys and clothes just pour on out. And Gusta says, "Oh no, Gusto can't see the flashlight in this mess."
Tori, are you still in there?
Yeah, and I dig myself out of the pile of clothes.
Gusto thinks there's a flashlight in here, but Gusto doesn't know where it is.
Frankie helps Tori pull her out the rest of the way. Come on.
Well, okay, we don't need the flashlight.
Ooh, maybe I can help. Can my telekinesis still work a little bit here?
Yes.
It'll look like wires or stuff.
Yeah, like wires or like sticks.
Frankie starts to use telekinesis to lift the junk up and see if we can find a flashlight.
Yes, you can. And so magically, all of these random objects like towels and toys and teddy bears are floating around either on strings or on sticks. And Gusto is looking at this in great awe and wonder and says, Gusto's very surprised. You can do magic?
It is all about the power of your mind. You can do anything you can dream of if you put your mind to it.
Wow. And eventually, when a lot of the random pieces have been moved out of the way, you will see a shiny flashlight.
All right, boys and girls, we're looking for the flashlight. Do you see it? And maybe she'll point to like something else first, like a shoe. Like, is this the flashlight?
Oh no.
And then she'll point to the flashlight. Is this the flashlight? That's right, kids. And then she'll take the flashlight.
And during that whole time, Tori like had no control over herself, but now once she's regained control, does she react to that at all?
What the hell was that? Gusto, we have the flashlight.
Oh, Gusto's so grateful. Gusto's so grateful to both of you for finding the flashlight. Now maybe we can use it to find the monster under Gusto's bed.
Yeah. Gusto should use the flashlight to look under the bed.
Oh, no. Gusto's not a monster hunter. Gusto can't use the flashlight to find the monster.
Well, you can pretend you're a monster hunter.
Pretend I'm a monster hunter?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I could pretend. Gusto can pretend. Okay, Gusto can take the flashlight now.
And she'll hand it to him.
He'll take the flashlight. How does it work? And he's clearly holding the flashlight like backwards right now. It's like the light is towards him instead of out from him. How does it work?
The other way. It's here. Let me show you. This is how you point it away from you so you can see, and that's the button that you turn it on and off with.
Can Gusto push the button?
Yes, Gusto can push the button.
Oh, Gusto's so happy! And Gusto will click on the button. But nothing happens.
Oh no.
Oh.
No.
I need batteries.
Gusto broke it! Gusto broke it!
Wait, no, it's just the turn. Push it again. Try pushing it again.
He'll push it again, but again, the light, for some reason, the flashlight's not turned on. For some reason.
Maybe it needs batteries.
It's battery.
What's batteries?
It's like when you take energy and you put it into a little bitty little rod, and it goes into your devices, like your flashlight and your phones and your remote control.
Oh, batteries. How do we know where to put the batteries?
If you open up the flashlight, it'll show you how many batteries you need inside.
Oh, okay. So is Frankie about to like twist open to? Okay. So when you're about to twist it open, Gusto says, "Oh, Gusto wants to know how you know which way to turn it to open it."
I always use this little device that says righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
Lefty-loosey?
Yes. You loose it to the left, you tighten it to the right.
Loose it to the left and tight it to the right. Loose it to the left and tight it to the right. Oh, Gusto think he can remember that.
Got it, kids?
Yeah, and you'll open it up, and lo and behold, it doesn't have any batteries.
How many batteries do we need, kids?
Oh, Gusto can count. He looks in the flashlight. Gusto sees pictures of something. There's 1, 2. Gusto don't remember what comes after 2.
3.
Oh, yes, 3. There's 3 batteries that this flashlight needs. You'll hear kids go, yay! So now where are the batteries? So out of character, there were batteries like amongst the pile of mess, but the kids might need help finding it on their screens.
Okay, Let's do it again to find the battery, kids. And then he'll like start lifting things again and start floating around like on the screen, like, oh, where's the battery?
Cool. Yeah, the batteries will appear on the screen with other items. So